Hello, everybody. Um, so today we're gonna do a 1991 week in baseball of the 1991 Detroit Tiger replay. These are going to be catching up on the games through May 15th. I haven't made one since I think April 26th. So we're just going to kind of go over the Tigers mainly, but I'll show a few other teams. Summary pages, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on going over each and every week. Uh, so let's head to. So here's the Tigers team summary. They're 15 and 17. Second place, a half game back of Toronto. They are playing good good on the at home. 10 and 3 on the home at home and 5 and 14 on the road. They had a pretty rough. Let's take a look at their road schedule here. They just went on a road trip. Uh, yeah, they won two and lost five on the road trip. So not a good road trip. Swept by Texas. 2 out of 4 against Minnesota. Now they head home where they start a pretty good size home stretch. Well, it's like a 10 game homestand. See if they can get some of the Minnesota, Baltimore. That should be a series they should be able to take, and then 4 against Boston. Statistically wise, runs scored, they're first in all of major leagues with 205 runs scored. Their 279 average is good for fifth in the AL, seventh in the entire Major League Baseball. On base percentage is good, 364, third in all of baseball. 47 home runs is good for first in all of baseball. And from there, their pitching is not good. A 5.13 team ERA, 11th in the American League, and 22nd in all of Major League Baseball. And that 290 batting average against is not good either, 13th. Batting leaders, we're going to go over stats here in a second. Frank Tanana leads the staff with a 4.11 ERA. Look at that bullpen. Mike Henneman, 771. Paul Gibson, 713. Steve Searcy, 643. Petrie's 4.67. Cerruti's the only decent one so far. All right, let's go to the stats page here. And let's take a look at Detroit. Team batting. For Detroit. Players, sorry. All right. Let's just go right down the list here. We're going to go who's played the most games. Cecil Fielder has played 32. Deere has played in 31. Plate appearances. Phillips leads that with 149. Cecil's right behind him, 143. At bats. Phillips with 129 at bats. Runs scored. Phillips leads that with 29. Deere with 26. Doubles. Travis Fryman leads the team in doubles with 12. Phillips, Trammell, and Cecil each with 10. Triples. Only got a couple triples. One by Lou and one by Milt Kyler. Home runs, of course, Cecil and Rob Deere with each with 11. Next closest is Whitaker with 6. Tettleton has yet to catch fire. But they still 47. They're still lead the league. RBIs, Cecil with 31 RBIs, Deer with 27. Lou Whitaker up there with 26. Stolen bases. Tony Phillips has got 6. He's been caught once. Kyler has stolen 5. He's gotten caught 3 times. Walks. Whitaker with 20 walks. They have, I'd like to see their league. I'll check that out, see where they are as far as walks go. 150 walks so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players in double digits. Strikeouts, they probably have quite a few there too. Deer and way up in front with 36, 26 for Fielder, 25 for Incaviglia, and 23 for Tettleton. Batting averages, here's where Cecil is hitting an incredible 371. He's off to a even better than I thought start here. Tony Phillips 341, still well into the 300s. That's the only 2 300 hitters they have right now. Whitaker at 294, Tettleton 276, and Caviglia 276. Milt Kyler still plugging along at 274. Trammell 263, Travis Fryman 252. Deer is down to 216. On base percentage, Cecil, he's at 448. Slugging, of course, 718. He's got 11 homers and 10 doubles and 124 at bats. Pretty darn good. OPS, Whitaker, OPS, he has been quite a surprise there for the Tigers so far. All right, let's check pitching. Tanana, three and 3 with a 4.11 ERA. No complete games for anybody on the Tigers so far. Walt Terrell leads the team in innings pitched. Frank Tanana right behind him. And Bill Gullickson. Really not a lot of exciting stats for this pitching staff. Tanana leads the team in strikeouts. Gullickson second and Terrell third. Whip. Tanana has the best whip of the starters, or any of the pitchers on the team there. That up. Ks per 9 innings. Not a lot of good looking stats there. So, like I said, there's not much to look at as far as the Tigers pitching goes. The hitting was fun. Let's check out the league leaders. Going to AL first. Frank Thomas still over 400. He's batting 438. Polonia for California hitting 394. Griffey 392. Julio Franco for Texas, and Brian Downing for Texas, each at 375. On base percentage, the only Tiger to break that is Cecil, 448. Frank Thomas, 530 on base percentage. He is off to a red hot start. Downing for Texas at 469. And Polonia is having a good season in California. Slugging, Frank Thomas 741, Cecil Fielder right behind him at 718. Then it goes Ken Griffey at 708, Canseco at 675, and Dave Winfield for California at 613. OPS, Tigers have 2 players in the top 5, Fielder and Whitaker. The other two are Griffey and Canseco. Of course, Frank Thomas leads it. So Alomar leads in at bats, plate appearances, runs scored. Ken Griffey leads the American League at 31. Tony Phillips with 29. Chuck Knobloch for Minnesota had 29. Tim Raines for Chicago at 28, and Jose Canseco with 28. Total bases, Griffey Jr. 92. Cecil's right behind him at 89. Luis Polonia off to a fantastic start for the California Angels. He leads the American League in hits with 52. And look at Cecil, not known as a hitter, but he's starting off like his stroke has really been solid so far this start of this season. 46 hits already. Doubles, Ken Griffey Jr. with 15, Mattingly with 14, Fryman with 12, Mike Pagliarulo for Minnesota has 11, and Dave Henderson from Oakland has 11. Kirk Gibson for Kansas City has 6 triples. He leads the league. He's been stuck on 6 for quite a while, but I think he only had 6 in the whole entire season, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it doesn't show his triples here. But anyways, I think he does have only just 6. Gary Pettis has 4. Roberto Alomar has 4. Tim Raines and Lance Johnson, both for Chicago, have 3. Home runs, it's a 3-way tie atop. 2 of them are Tigers. Cecil and Rob Deere with 11. Canseco with 11. Frank Thomas has 9, and Joe Carter has 9. Runs batted in, Frank Thomas and Kirby Puckett atop the American League with 32. Cecil with 31. Griffey with 30, and Canseco with 29. Strikeouts, Rob Deere is tied with Chili Davis with 36 strikeouts. Jack Clark, 33. Barfield for New York is 31, and Danny Tartabull for Kansas City at 31. Walks, you got Randy Milligan for Baltimore with 28. Mark McGuire has 22. Jack Clark, 22 for Boston. Frank Thomas up there with 21, and Lou Whitaker with 20. Stolen bases, Luis Polonia, again, 16 stolen bases. He's been caught 6 times, but he leads the American League. And other than that, let's go to AL pitching. Jim Abbott has been sharp for California. He's got a 1.66 ERA. Leads the American League. Kenny Rogers for Texas. Randy Johnson for Seattle is next. Chris Bosio off to a good start for Milwaukee. And Mark Langston for California. Wins Brett Saberhagen. That Kansas City team had such a great start, and Brett Saberhagen was a big part of that. He's got 6 wins, tying him with Bob Welch and Randy Johnson atop the American League. Storm Davis has 5 for Kansas City as well, and Dave Stieb for Toronto has 4. Hits per 9 innings, Randy Johnson has allowed 5.73 hits per 9 innings. That no-hitter he threw is a big part of it. Walks per 9 innings, Greg Swindell for Cleveland. Bill Gullickson has been good. Saberhagen, Jeff Ballard for Baltimore, and Roger Clemens in there. So Ks per 9 innings, Nolan Ryan, 12.90. He's way in front of everybody in the American League. Bobby Witt second from Texas with a 9.38. Randy Johnson, 8.69. Melito Perez with 8.58. And Matt Young for Boston, 8.37. Dwayne Ward has got 12 saves already. Jeff Montgomery for Kansas City is second with 8. Jeff Russell for Texas with 8. Jeff Reardon for Boston has 7. And Bobby Thigpen with 7 from Chicago. Ryan leads all the American League with strikeouts, 65. Saberhagen, Clemens, Randy Johnson, and Mark Langston in that list as well. Top 5. Mark Langston has thrown 5 complete games so far. Jack McDowell 4, Candiotti 4, Chris Bosio has 4, and Bob Welch 3. Other than that, Jack Morris has been a total disappointment so far for Minnesota. He's been getting shelled. He's given up 37 earned runs already. Detroit's Walt Terrell's up there with 35. Dave Stewart has not been good. He's given up 33. Alright. Well, I'm surprised that Mike Henneman's not in this list. Let's check out the NL real quick. Tony Gwynn leads the National League in hitting, 376. Brett Butler from the Dodgers, 368. Steve Finley for Houston, 361. Dave Justice is hitting 355 for Atlanta. And John Kruk, 345 for Philadelphia. Slugging percentage is Howard Johnson. He leads the National League with a 685. Fred McGriff for San Diego at 645. That's Justice. Luis Gonzalez for Houston. And Hal Morris. Harold Morris, not really known as a slugger, but he's in the top 5. OPS, 3 players in all the National League with over 1,000. It's Howard Johnson leading the way, Fred McGriff second, Dave Justice third, and then Luis Gonzalez and Hal Morris right behind him. Just curious, I want to see how Ryan Sandberg's doing. He hit 291 in real life with 26 homers. He's hitting 290 with 4 home runs so far for the Cubs. Tony Gwynn with 53 hits. Dave Magadan leads the National League in doubles, tied with Howard Johnson and Felix Jose for St. Louis. Triples, Luis Gonzalez has 6. Tony Gwynn with 5. Mariano Duncan with 4. And then Ivan Calderon and Pedro Guerrero with 3 each. Home runs. Fred McGriff leads all of Major League Baseball with 12 home runs. Howard Johnson right behind him with 11. Kevin Mitchell for San Francisco has 10. Andre Dawson and Will Clark each with 9. Round out the top 5. Will Clark leads the National League in runs batted in with 41. McGriff with 34. Barry Bonds, who's gotten hot. Let's take a look at Bonds and see what he's done of late. He hit 292 with 25 in real life. He's up to 245. He was struggling to start now, but his on-base percentage is starting to come up again, and his slugging percentage is right where it needs to be. He's starting to get hot for Pittsburgh. Delino DeShields leads the National League in steals. Vince Coleman has stolen 11 and got caught 10 times. Jeez, what was his numbers that year? 37 doesn't show his caught stealing. What if we look at it? There we go. Yeah, he's stole 37, got caught 14 times. He's already been caught 10. Alright, let's take a quick look at the pitching. Jose Rio has been Fantastic for the Reds. His ERA is under 1. Under 1. He's 4-0. He has been fantastic for the Reds, and that's probably a big reason why they're surprising some people in the National League. I forgot what West. I was thinking the East, but I knew it wasn't right. Anyways, let's go back and do this. Ted Power, also for Cincinnati, leads the National League in wins. So they got some couple guys that are surprising. That pitching staff is starting to surprise some people. And other than that, Craig Lefferts leads the National League in saves. Jose Rio has 3 shutouts already. Doc Gooden with 1, and the rest, everybody else was just 1. But 3 games for Jose Rio. Complete games, Zane Smith for Pittsburgh has 5 complete games. And that's about all we got there. So let's go back to the page here and let's just look at a few. Let's look at that Reds team. Reds 2 games up on the Dodgers. 11-3 at Riverfront and 11-7 on the road. So they've been good either way. They just took 2 out of 3 from St. Louis and now come home and play the Padres and the Giants. Look at that. Leaders. I mean, they're in the top 5 on every category in the National League. Stolen bases, they lead the league. They lead all major leagues with 43 stolen bases. Home runs, they're tied for, or they have second most in the National League, and they're third in all of Major League Baseball. Earned run average 3.24, third in the NL, fourth in all of Major League. Runs scored, third. Batting average, third. Some key players. Bill Duran's coming back on the 4th, so that'll be helpful for them. Just some overview, some stats. Hal Morris is the top hitter with 333 average. Chris Sabo, who's really been hot of late, 306. Larkin at 287. Home runs, Sabo with 8. Larkin has 7, and Paul O'Neill with 6. Chris Sabo has 23 RBI. Paul O'Neill 21. Hal Morris was 17. Earned run average. Tom Browning, Norm Charlton has been. I forgot that Norm Charlton got some starts in. Did he do that in 1990? I don't remember him starting in 90. But he made 11 starts in real life, and he's got 7. And he's been good. He's been good. Ted Power, Jose Rio has 4 wins, Browning 3. So Cincinnati's playing well. Let's check out the Dodgers. I'm not going to look at all these teams. I just want to go over a few in each division. They've only allowed 112 runs against, first in all of Major League Baseball. Their earned run average is second best in all of Major League Baseball. Whip and batting average against is first. Their pitching has been stellar. Average-wise, Brett Butler leads the team with a 368, Mike Scioscia 284, and Cal Daniels at 247. Darryl Strawberry leads the team in homers with 6, Eddie Murray 4, runs batted in. Strawberry again 24 runs batted in. Pitching wise, Mike Morgan sub 2 earned run average. Bob Ojeda also under 2, and Tim Belcher at 3.94. Ojeda has 5 wins. Ramon Martinez 4, and Belcher with 3. So there you go. Look at that starting rotation. The only one over 4 is Ramon Martinez. Earl Hershiser has not played. Why is he listed there? Anyways, bullpen, Jay Howell, 7 save. He's not allowed to earned run yet. So that might be neat to watch. And we're not even talking about the Atlanta Braves, who actually in real life won the division. The only thing they're number 1 is on base percentage. Justice at 355, Treadway 337, Terry Pendle 321. Pitching, earned run average 3.69. Juan Berenguer, the closer. In real life, he had a 2.24 ERA and 17 saves. He's already got 9 saves, but his ERA is 6.00 right now. All right. So sooner or later, they got to kind of catch fire here if they want to. I mean, this National League West division is going to be tough. San Francisco, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Cincinnati. Let's take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays. They lead the American League East, half game up on Detroit, 2 games up on Boston and Milwaukee. Every team under 500. Just kind of an average start. They get Kelly Gruber back on the 11th. Mullinix will rejoin the team on the 28th. Devon White still the league team leader in hitting, 357. Roberto Alomar at 322. Carter has 9 home runs to lead the way there with 25 RBI. So the offense has played well, but the pitching, David Wells, 2.68 ERA with 4 wins. Jimmy Key has struggled somewhat. Todd Stottlemyre has not been good. But Juan Guzman, that's probably why. Oh, that's because I got it set for to show the replay stats. He hasn't played yet. So Guzman hasn't even, say, Hershiser hasn't played for Dodgers yet. Candiotti the same. He's made 7 starts. He's 4-2. Not sure why he's not showing here. Oh, that's because he played for the Indians at the time, and he's going to be at some point being traded to Toronto Blue Jays. Dwayne Ward, 12 saves. Let's look at the Kansas City. That West division is the exact opposite of the East, where the East is all under 500. Every team except for Minnesota, who actually won the division, are over 500. Kansas City first in runs against, earned run average is first, and their whip is first. And they got some players coming back. Boddicker will rejoin the rotation. Kevin Seitzer's coming back. But most of all, George Brett coming back on the 24th. They'll be happy to have him back. Kurt Stillwell leads the team in hitting, 353. Jim Eisenreich, 349. And Danny Tartabull, 317. Brett Saberhagen with 6 wins. Starting rotation has been solid. Everybody under 4 ERA. Jeff Montgomery under 1 ERA with 8 saves. So they'll be a fun team to keep an eye on. They're 2.5 up on Texas and Seattle. Texas just swept the Tigers. They've got a good lineup. Palmeiro, Ruben Sierra, Julio Franco, Steve Buechele, Brian Downing. Good, solid offensive lineup there. But their earned run average still good enough for 4th in the American League. Kenny Rogers, Nolan Ryan, and Bobby Witt lead the way there. That'll be a interesting American League West for sure. Let's take a look at Seattle real quick. 22-11. Ken Griffey leads the team in hitting, 392. Pete O'Brien at 286 and Edgar Martinez at 281. Griffey's got 8 home runs. Jay Buhner 7. Pitching wise, Randy Johnson, of course, 6 wins, 2.40 ERA. He's got a no-hitter under his belt already this season. Let's see if Griffey hit 327 in real life, 22 homers. He's hitting 392 right now. Slugging is way up, and his on-base percentage is also. They're all a little elevated right now. He's off to a great start. Take one quick look at Chicago. Frank Thomas, of course, 438. Carlton Fisk is having off to a great start, 346. Tim Raines, 331. Frank Thomas leads the team in homers with 9, Robin Ventura 7, and Fisk 6. Stolen bases, Tim Raines has 12. He's been solid at the top of the lineup. Lance Johnson hitting only 231. Corey Schneider has been brutal at 145. Sosa's hitting 263. Melito Perez has been a bright spot, 2.93 ERA. Let's take a look at him. 4-0 with a 2.93 ERA. Of course, he's only got 2 more starts left, and then he'll go into the bullpen. Jack McDowell at 4.14. I replayed 1993, and McDowell, I think, won the Cy Young that year. And, man, he was not good for Chicago. Still good. The Chicago still got to the playoffs. They would lose to Toronto. But McDowell was just rough. He was not good that year for me. All right, let's move on here. Trying to check out the National League East, Pittsburgh, real quick. We'll check out Pittsburgh and we'll check out Montreal. Pittsburgh, Bobby Bonilla leading the team in hitting 308, J Bell 295, Jose Lean 269. Home runs, Bonds with 6. Runs batted in, Bonds has got 29 runs batted in. He's hitting 245, I think, right now. But his average has been going up of late. Zane Smith. 5-1. They're 6-1 as a team in his starts. 5-1 with a 1.86. Drayback 2-2 with a 3.06. Randy Tomlin has made some good starts. Bob Walk has made some good starts. Good starting rotation. ERA as a team, their bullpen hasn't been quite as good. It's kind of let them down. But in their lineup, Merced struggling. Andy Van Slyke has struggled. So they're 21-11, and they haven't really get caught fire offensively yet. So, and man, are they good at home? 14-5. And finally, let's check Montreal. Montreal, Spike Owen leads the team. And you know that's not good when Spike Owen is leading your team in hitting. Larry Walker at 280 and 231 for Tim Wallach. Let's look at Walker. 290 with 16 homers in real life. He's hitting 280 with 3. Tim Wallach leads the team in homers and runs batted in. Delino DeShields leads the league in stolen bases with 15. He had 56 in real life. Dennis Martinez leads the team in earned run average and wins. 3-1 with a 1.63 ERA. Oil Can Boyd has not begun. He is 0-7. I'm guessing he's the league's only 0-7 pitcher. What did he do that year? 8-15. Bullpen's been pretty good. So there you have it. I didn't go over every team, but mainly wanted to show Tigers. But it's got some good races. It's very early, but I mean some fun races to look at here. National League West and the American League West both look like they could be a fun ride there. So thanks for watching. We will see you next time. And for the next game, have a good day.